Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to pass an NHS Band 2 interview. So it does not matter which role within the Band 2 range that you are being interviewed for, please make sure you watch this tutorial fully from beginning to end because I promise it will make a huge difference to your preparation. Now, to help make you the standout candidate during your Band 2 interview, this is what I will cover. So I'm going to give you a list of common NHS Band 2 interview questions that I recommend you prepare for. I will give you great sample answers to help you pass your NHS interview. I will tell you the qualities that you must demonstrate during your NHS Band 2 interview, and I will also tell you about further resources you can gain access to help you succeed. Now, just very quickly, before I get into the questions and answers, a very warm welcome to this NHS Band 2 interview training tutorial. My name is Richard McMunn. That is me there in the centre of the screen. I am a former fire officer and the founder of passmyinterview.com, and I've been helping people for about 20 years now to pass their interviews, and I always do that by giving you top scoring answers you can't find anywhere else. On that basis, please do make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the training videos I'm uploading. We have about 300,000 subscribers now within the community, and many of you are passing your job interviews as a result of the videos. You can connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded professionals. Please also make sure you give the video a like. By doing so, that tells me you enjoy the content, and I will therefore spend more time creating it for you. Okay, let's get into those NHS Band 2 interview questions that are relevant to all roles. Here we go. The first question we need to prepare for is, tell me about yourself and why you will be a good fit for this NHS Band 2 role. Now, the only way you can confidently answer this question is if you have studied the job description. So here's a great example answer to help you give a strong response. Here we go. To work in the NHS, you need to have excellent attention to detail skills, be focused on demonstrating the NHS values in all of your work, and you need high levels of integrity and professionalism. Now, prior to applying for this NHS Band 2 position, I studied the job description to make sure I have the skills, the qualities, and the experience to perform to a high standard, which I am 100% confident I do have. I am a strong communicator. I'm able to work well both on my own and as part of a team, and I will always look to improve, and I will work hard to make sure the work I do carry out is focused on a total commitment to quality of care. So that's a very strong answer. It's positive in nature, and most importantly, it gets you up and running in a confident manner within your NHS Band 2 interview. So the next question is, why do you want to work for the NHS? So it's important you consider carefully what it will be like working in the NHS. So make sure you give an honest and genuine answer. And here's a great example to assist you. Here we go. The NHS has an outstanding reputation, and it's not often in your career you get the opportunity to work within an organisation of this stature. Now, before I applied for the position, I researched both the role, the trust, and also the 6 NHS values to make sure it was a place I not only wanted to work, but where I could meet the expectations of the role and the general public. Now, I believe the NHS is a place where I will be able to put my skills and experience to good use whilst working alongside a formidable set of people who are all working towards the same combined goal. That's a brilliant answer, very positive in nature. Now, you can either pause the video if you want to and take notes of these answers as I progress, but if you wait a second, I will tell you where you can download my full set of NHS Band 2 interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones that I'm going through right now. So the next question I want you to prepare for is, what are the 6 NHS values and what is their purpose? Now, at some stage during your NHS Band 2 interview, you will be asked questions relating to the NHS values, so make sure you are aware of them, their purpose, and also try to think of examples when you've previously demonstrated them at work. Here's a model answer. The 6 NHS values are working together for patients, respect and dignity, commitment to quality of care, compassion, improving lives, and everyone counts. Now, the values are enshrined within the NHS, And their purpose is to bring together patients and staff so the goal of providing outstanding quality care can be realised. Everyone in the NHS, regardless of their role or the band they occupy, is required to demonstrate these values in their daily work. So that's a short and concise answer, but it's confident in nature and it shows you understand what the NHS values are and, more importantly, their purpose. So don't go anywhere because I still have some questions to work through with you. But when you're ready, if you click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, it takes you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, where you can download my full set of NHS Band 2 interview questions and top scoring answers. Here's the next question. Describe a situation when you demonstrated respect and dignity in a previous role. This is a difficult question, but it's a behavioural type NHS interview question, and it is assessing your capabilities in regard to the NHS values. Make sure you give a specific situation you have been in previously, and also use the STAR technique to structure your answer. So I'm going to give you an answer right now that utilises the format of situation, task, action, result to prove how effective it is when answering these kind of questions. Here we go. I was working in an office in my last job, and a member of staff appeared to be not her usual self. She was clearly upset and unable to concentrate on her work. As a supportive work colleague, I felt it was my duty to speak to her to check if she was okay. So I asked her to follow me to a private, quiet room that we had available to use off one of the office corridors. I sat her down and asked her if everything was okay. Now, she started to talk about her problems, the problems she was having at home with her partner, and it was clearly quite a distressing time for her. I encouraged her to speak, and while she did so, I listened carefully. I did not interrupt, and I showed empathy through facial expressions and open body language. Now, after she had the time to explain her situation and how it was making her feel, I encouraged her to speak to our line manager, as I felt he would be able to then support her while she was at work. However, she asked me not to say anything to anyone, to which I fully understood, and I agreed to. She thanked me for my support, and I told her she could speak to me anytime if she just wanted a chat or if she needed advice. Now, 4 weeks later, my colleague spoke to me again to let me know that everything was now fine at home, which was great news. She clearly appreciated the support I had offered her and the fact I respected her wishes with regard to keeping our conversation private. So that's a specific situation where I demonstrated respect and dignity at work. And that's the important thing. You give a specific situation and you can see there how effective situation, task, action, result really is. The next question. List the different responsibilities you will have within this NHS Band 2 role. Now, I've carried out quite a bit of research for you in respect of the common responsibilities required across all Band 2 NHS roles. And here is my example answer to assist you. Here we go. I will have numerous responsibilities within this Band 2 role. However, the core ones include providing clinical support whilst delivering outstanding patient care, a responsibility to communicate effectively both verbally and in writing when creating written medical reports, and also the need to ensure I maintain a safe working environment for both myself, my work colleagues, and also patients and clients. Now, this includes following all safety rules and procedures and also adhering to manual handling regulations and health and safety legislation. I will also have a responsibility to make sure I maintain competence through training and development courses, ensure I focus intently on adhering to quality and standards that are set by the NHS Trust, and also maintaining confidentiality and safeguarding children and vulnerable adults. Now, other responsibilities include treating all staff, patients and visitors with dignity and respect, demonstrating the NHS values within my work, and also following all legal and corporate responsibilities on a daily basis within all of my work. So that's a comprehensive answer that shows you really do know the different responsibilities you will have within your NHS Band 2 roles. It's a great answer. So the next thing to do, just before you go, is click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, because it will then take you through to this page where you can download my 24 NHS Band 2 interview questions and answers suitable for all NHS Band 2 roles. So please check out all of those questions, and you can download them if you want to within PDF format. They're applicable to all of those NHS Band 2 roles and more. And I've also given you some great tips on how to pass the NHS Band 2 interview right here for all roles. These 4 really good tips. Make sure you read them. And as I say, if you want to download the answers, you can do, including the ones that I've just gone through on this video. I hope you've enjoyed that. And there's quite a lot of work that goes into creating these presentations. So please do give the video a like, because that tells me you enjoy it. And I know it's worthwhile me creating the content for you. And don't forget to subscribe as well so you don't miss out. As I said at the beginning, lots and lots of you are passing your interviews after using the training resources and the guides that you can download on that page. Thanks for watching. I wish you all the best for passing your NHS Band 2 job interview and have a brilliant day. Thank you very much.